My child, let me tell you of your story. Of your fathers and their fathers before them. But the final pages, they are for you to tell. The exiled humans are descendants of Cassians who had broken off from the Dominion over 300 years ago. They have been surviving in the fringe, living in a derelict, ramshackle fleet held up by prayer, jury-rigged repairs, and tons of duct tape. They are resourceful, stubborn, and firm believers in hard work, doing everything in their power to live to see another day, even if it means breaking the rules. The history of the exiled humans goes back to Brightland's rebellion. For more than 1,000 years, the planet Cassus had served as heart of the Dominion. As the Dominion's power grew in strength, so too did their need for control over the growing population of their mighty empire. This resulted in a number of policies that were extremely unpopular with many Cassian citizens. Soon, the people started to protest on the streets of the Cassian cities, leading to skirmishes between local groups and the authorities. This led to the Dominion leaders ordering a brutal crackdown against anyone who opposed the new order. When the Dominion military turned weapons on its own citizens, one man finally declared enough was enough. Seric Brightland, a highly decorated admiral of the Cassian fleet who, like his flagship, the Star of Dominius, was facing retirement. He rebelled against his own commanders and struck back. Brightlands commandeered the Star of Dominus from dry dock and covertly smuggled the Cassian resistance forces onto the mighty craft. Brightland led the rebels on a daring attack against the nearby Dominion High Command, destroying a number of military warships before they escaped. The unexpected raid left the Dominion fleet in shambles. After this first devastating hit-and-run strike, the rebels scored a few more surprising victories, and a confident Brightland formed a government in exile of civilian and military leaders with an eye toward taking control of their homeworld. The rebel admiral's early successes proved costly in lives and material as time wore on, and with nowhere to resupply, Brightland realized there was no option except to run and live to fight another day. As the rebels fled, the Dominion fleet immediately took chase. The rebel fleet had not got far before the Dominion was upon them. Brightland grimly surveyed the battlefield. He immediately understood that the remaining ships needed more time, and saw only one way to give it to them. Ordering all but a skeleton crew to escape the craft, he brought the Star of Dominus about, set a course directly for the Dominion's fleet flagship, and unleashed the Star's entire arsenal against the approaching fighters. This suicide maneuver was completely unexpected, and forced the oncoming Dominion fighters to focus on the approaching warships. As the Star of Dominus took the brunt of the Dominion attack, the remaining rebel ships were able to escape. Against all odds, the old warships survived the barrage, and with Brightland at the helm, the Star broke through the Dominion lines and escaped. A few hours later, the Star of Dominus rendezvoused with the rest of the rebel fleet, but the elation of the human rebels was soon replaced by grave concern as they heard the news of her captain's fate. Although still alive, Sarek Brightland had sustained terrible injuries during the engagement, and it was quickly surmised that he was beyond the medical skill of the fleet's doctors. In order to save his life, they placed Brightland into cryofreeze, hoping that the means to revive him might someday be found. As they fled for their lives across the stars, the humans of the Exile fleet wanted to honor the Admiral's sacrifice and the desperate gamble that saved their lives. Renaming Brightland's flagship the Gambler's Ruin, they converted the mighty vessel to an Ark ship capable of being their new home in the vastness of space. Together, they embarked on a long and treacherous journey through the Fringe, desperately searching for a new world to call their own. After centuries of wandering the Fringe in their ramshackle fleet, Dorian Walker discovered Nexus in his scouting ship, and the Exiles immediately made a beeline for the lost planet, hoping to flee the Dominion's forces. Unfortunately, the Dominion have followed closely behind. The humans are ready to settle down on Nexus, using grit, backbone, and some old-fashioned elbow grease. And if those Dominion bastards are looking for a fight, bring it on!
This podcast is part of the Epic Geeks Network. To find out more about our other gaming podcasts, head to epicgeeks.co.uk.